In today's video, we're going to talk about grout and Thinset-Mortar. More specifically, how can you tell if they're fortified or not? And why does it matter? If you create mosaic art for outdoors, you'll want to listen up. Fortified is a must. We're going to take the confusion out of grout and Thinset-Mortar. Let's get to it. Welcome back, and if you're new here, my name is Julie. And on this channel, we talk about tips, tricks, tools, adhesives, materials, and specific mosaic projects, all to shorten your learning curve when it comes to creating mosaic art. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please consider subscribing. Did you know there's a difference between grout and Thinset-Mortar? They're both cement-based, but they do different things. So one acts as an adhesive, Thinset, and one acts as grout. However, Thinset can act as an adhesive and a grout. I've done a number of videos here on the channel all about how to mix up Thinset and grout and color and tint it, and I'll include a link to the playlist down below in the description so you can check it out. Grout comes in sanded and unsanded varieties, but for the sake of today's video, we will only be talking about the sanded variety. So beyond regular grout and Thinset-Mortar, you may have seen while shopping online or at your local hardware store that sometimes they come as what's called fortified. Fortified means that there are polymers added in to give the grout or Thinset-Mortar more flexibility, plus versatility in where it's used, and it extends the lifetime of the finished cured product. Fortified grout and Thinset come in dry form, which is a powder, as well as a wet form, which is pre-mixed. So if you aren't using a pre-mixed variety, then all you need to add to a fortified powdered grout or Thinset is water. Then you mix it to the consistency as recommended by the manufacturer on the label. I know for some of you this may seem like a whole new world. You're wondering, what are these products? Where do I get them? So I'll include a list down below in the description of everything that I'm talking about and using in today's video, and I think it's going to help you out a little more. It used to be when I started in Mosaic almost 25 years ago that it was very difficult to find grout or Thinset that was fortified. You really had to search. You had to read the labels, kind of like you do at the grocery store when you want to read the list of ingredients. You really had to search. But nowadays, it's so readily available in the marketplace, and that's because of advancements in technology and manufacturing. In fact, when I was recently at my local hardware store, I only found one brand of Thinset-Mortar that was not fortified. Using a fortified option on your mosaic is a good idea. You've worked hard on your project and you want it to last. And although using fortified grout and Thinset are super important on your outdoor mosaics, or let's say projects that may come in contact with water or moisture, I also strongly advise that you seal those mosaic projects as well. And if you aren't familiar with sealing your mosaic projects, I did a video here on the channel all about it, and I'll include a link down below in the description so you can check it out. Fortified grout comes in a variety of colors, like tons of colors. Okay, so I exaggerate slightly, but seriously, there are lots of colors available. Plus, you can color or tint your grout, which means you have unlimited options. Fortified Thinset-Mortar is widely available in white and dark gray, but it can also be colored or tinted. So again, you have lots and lots of color options. Before we get into how you can tell if your grout or Thinset-Mortar is fortified or not, It's important to note, you never want to clean out your grout bowl or thinset bowl or your utensils, whatever it is that you're mixing with. You don't want to clean them out in your kitchen sink or in your bathtub. These are cement-based materials, and you dump them down your sink and they will basically seal up your pipes. We don't want that. So get in the habit of cleaning things out outside with your garden hose. And if you do have leftover grout or thinset mortar and you're looking to recycle it, so to speak, I did a video here recently on how to create substrates from your leftover grout and thinset mortar. And I'll include a link to the video down below in the description so you can check it out. It is a fun one. So now that we've gone over why fortified grout and thinset mortar are so important, let's talk about how you can tell if they're fortified or not, and what to do if you need fortified grout or thinset but only have non-fortified available. So how can you tell if your grout or thinset mortar is fortified or not? Well, honestly, you've got to be some sort of grout or thinset expert. And to the naked eye, I don't know if that's even possible. I certainly can't tell the difference. So what do? It's really simple, actually. The first and most obvious step would be to read the label, and you want to specifically look for the word fortified. Sometimes it might say polymer fortified. And as you can see on these labels, they all make it clear that they are fortified. This is the golden ticket. If the package says fortified, you'll mix the dry powder with water like usual. I prefer to mix my grout or thinset to the consistency of creamy peanut butter. And then once it's mixed up, you can get to work with your Mosaic. The polymers which are mixed in by the manufacturer do all of the protection, binding, or adhesive work, if you will, so that all you need to do is concentrate on your art. So if you're at your local hardware store, you'll find grout and thinset mortar in the tile or flooring section of the store, and you'll want to examine the labels closely. If you're shopping online, you'll not only want to read the description of the grout or thinset, but also zoom in on any pictures that they may have to make sure the label includes fortified somewhere on it. But what if you don't have the original packaging, or the listing online isn't very specific? Therefore, you're unable to confirm or check to see if it's fortified or not. Or maybe you're like me and you like to keep smaller quantities of grout and thinset in your studio or creative space in marked plastic zipper bags. But you forgot to mark the bag if it's fortified or not. So if I forget to mark a zipper bag with what's inside and I've thrown away the original packaging that I normally keep out in the garage, then I don't risk guessing if what's inside is fortified or not. So I don't mix it with water like usual. Instead, I mix it with a latex additive for cement-based products. This product is readily available at hardware stores, and I'll also include a link to it down below in the description. So a latex additive is a milky white liquid that mixes in with the dry powder. I use the same amount of latex additive that I would if I was mixing with water, whether I'm mixing up grout or thinset. In essence, adding the latex additive does exactly what manufacturers do when they mix polymers into the powder or dry mix at the factory. The consistency when using a latex additive is slightly different than if you had mixed your grout or thinset mortar with water, but you can still mix it to the same creamy peanut butter consistency, if that makes sense. And then you adhere your Mosaic tesserae, or if you're grouting, you proceed as usual. I'll include a list down below in the description for all of the grout, thinset, and latex additives that I used in today's video in case you'd like to read up a little more. Question of the day, let me know down in the comments if you've ever worked with a latex additive, and if so, how did you like working with it? I would love to hear. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up as it really does help my channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell notification so you never miss a single upload, and let me know in the comments if there's something you'd like me to cover in a future video. I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay. 1 second. Okay, let's see if we can get this filmed before either the air conditioner comes back on or the video game session gets loud again. Manufacturing, rats. I had it and then it went away. Whew. And I'll include a link. Huh? What? No. That didn't flow, did it? Not that they all aren't fun. Yeah, that one was good. If you're looking for more Mosaic inspiration, you can check out one of these 2 videos. Until then, see ya. And I'll see you soon. Bye.